But I am happy because this is happening again.
Right.
Because yes, if previous years meetings could not maybe yield the results we needed, we still need to have that conversation with them and see how best we can be plugged into the system, because you and I know how people are suffering in the creative industry.
Of course.
When it comes to even events and how much they pay 21.5% of VAT, including the various components, that is really bringing them down when it comes to financing their events and other businesses. So yes, we are not saying as a people, we are not saying that we are not going to pay taxes. We will pay taxes, but we are saying that the industry is very young. It is fledgling. It's not as strong and as vibrant as the other sectors. So in as much as you are taking from us, you need to do something to cushion us as well. So I think that the meeting is the right thing to do, but I'm looking forward to what comes out of it moving forward.
Moving forward. Yes, Martinez, you want to add up?
Yes, it's a good move. One way or the other, if this thing becomes successful, it will ease pressure. Because, I mean, the creatives are doing their very best to maintain their strength in the game. And they're also contributing their quota to the nation's development. So sometimes some of these moves will definitely alleviate, the pressure. And like Kwame said, this is not the first time it has happened. You need to keep drumming until you see some good result. Like the funny saying, the drinking will continue until the economy is fixed. Because it's something similar.
But the what?
Yes, the drinking will continue until the economy is fixed.
Where is that?
From that?
It's a funny saying on the street.
Street. You're also part of the street now.
Was it in Chi? Was it in Chi?
English.
It's in English.
Who said it?
You see some people wearing that t-shirts.
Is it the Martinez are joining street? Streetism child.
Until the economy is facing it, but on a more serious note, if it happens, it will give a good record to the government.
Right.
Yes, because this is what people are looking for. A lot of young entrepreneurs want to get into the space. I mean, host their events and their programs and all of that. But sometimes you look at the challenges when it comes to taxation. Some lose that confidence because financially it's very difficult to host events, getting investors and all of that. So if you manage to seek some sponsorship somewhere as a growing brand, and then you end up paying, such huge amounts, it's worrying. If care is not taken, it will kill the game. So it's good they all came together to, vent their plane. And at the end of the day, I hope the ministry will take it upon themselves as a constant, check to make sure it happens. Because if we are able to do something to cushion the practitioner, the stakeholders, it's only an opportunity to help the system grow.
Yeah.
I mean, you make it attractive for those with innovative ideas to come into the space and do more. Because you look at events like Africella, you look at, even Rapaholic, the Beam concerts, New Experience, a lot of them. We need to see more of them, especially like the Chalotes and all of that.
Yeah.
They are all projecting the country. And I mean, taxation is very, very important. We need to pay tax. Yeah. You cannot say you will not pay tax. I mean, it's against the law. Once you are working, you need to pay tax, because if you want the system to be developed, obviously you have to pay. But it's also fair. The authorities also sit and look into issues as to how they also be able to do something to protect the space, so that by taking taxes wouldn't end up, stifling the game.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's a good move. These are some of the things we want to see. This is not just about individuals, but the ministry itself. I think it's concrete. It holds some kind of strength.
Yeah. All right.
And in the NDC manifesto for 2024, there is a portion there where they promised that they were going to give tax incentives to creatives who have tax identification numbers.
Right.
It is a campaign promise, a manifesto promise in there. So in tandem with this whole meeting, this whole agitation from stakeholders of the industry about the burden that they have from the taxes they pay, I believe that when they are having their meetings, this should also be factored in, because yes, it's a promise they made the creative industry.
A campaign promise.
A campaign promise.
They need to fulfill it.
Exactly, the incentive. So that maybe if you are, for example, the last time we had a conversation with, was it Leila?
Yeah, Leila Johnson.
When we were talking about, how to maybe sponsor some films and all that. Or if somebody is embarking on a project which is creative industry project and it requires some higher taxes, maybe we can use some of these things to encourage them to do more by giving them the incentives once they have their TIN numbers and all that. So yes, there is a promise like that. Again, the government has promised us that it is on its way of making sure that it solves this whole problems regarding the taxation. The last time we did a roundtable, Robert was present on Zoom, gave a very beautiful, brilliant submission on taxation regarding the creative industry. And so to hear that meetings are being held in this regard, I'm very sure it will gladden the hearts of Robert as well.
Yep.
Hi, Robert.
And then hi, Robert. Good morning. Thank you for coming. And Joshua Keche says that a beautiful move. May our industry grow. Amen.
Oh, brother.
He said he's listening to us.
Oh,
yes.
brother Joshua
Keche. Yes. Good morning, Robert.
Morning, Doreen.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Missed you yesterday.
Charlie, how we could do? Life.
It's not easy.
I said why it's slow.
Oh,
Sure.
a lot of things on the table, so.
Why it's slow? Like slow Mel.
Why you won't make a flow?
Barking.
You always sounds like a rapper.
He was once a rapper. He rapped with Tiny. he beat Tiny in a competition.
Tiny.
He was first. And you were second.
second.
You were second.
You mean Tiny?
Yeah, he was second to Tiny in the competition.
No, on a more serious note, Tiny.
You're on the more serious note.
You ship Tiny.
No, he was second.
He was second.
But Tiny was first, he was second.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay, Mini.
Robert.
Yes, Robert Clark.
Oh, then it was called Tiny Fresh.
The thing had a supply for.
Wow.
That's the person.
A supply for.
Wow, that's crazy. Because being compared to Tiny, that's a heavy power.
Oh, yes.
And I'm sure they did some things to give Tiny in there.
So imagine, he's a rapper, he's a dancer.
He's a dancer. He's a writer. You know he's an author of several books?
Yes.
You didn't know.
He's a speaker.
He will soon become a publisher. Wow.
I mean, it's a Nepone.
So what are
What aren't you?
Everything.
Everything outside the set.
Hey.
Outside the set. Your ear is deceiving you. Rob.
Charlie.
Oh, Robert.
Good to have you.
Yeah, morning.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was present at the session that was held.
Yes.
You were there.
I was there.
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I was there. So, first of all, kudos to the Honorable Minister, Ablaji Fagomashi.
Right.
You know, she put this together, and she basically had everybody, turning up to be able to participate in this particular program. She was there throughout, and she gave her own pointers when everything was said and done. After the discourse, added where it was necessary for her to add the salt. She added, where it was, so basically she spoke on all sides, talking about the fact that creatives need to understand their role in the space, and also asked for some concession to be given where it was necessary for us to do necessary things, all of that discussed. But I think for me, people were there, questions were asked, concerns were raised, and I think that we've also come to realize that there's a need for maybe another session.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a need for another session because it's also been mentioned that they see that there is a need for more education.
All right.
Because really, think about the fact that every year there are new people coming into this particular space.
Right.
And if the schools yeah, me and the school issue. If the schools are not teaching some of these things, which is relevant to your life and relevant to the community, then the question is, who is going to teach us? And if we are not taught, then how do we comply? Essentially, so they've seen that there's a need for education, so they are going to do that. Musica was present. Pastor Simons, he asked for that as well. Quite a number of people within the various spaces, and they explained things. They said they had a modified tax system that they are trying to, they'll be pushing out soon, making it easier for creatives to be able to work with them and all of that. So we are hoping that all of that comes true. My biggest challenge is this, that for the things that we had issues with, that we asked for certain things to be adjusted, they made it clear that once it is policy, it's going to take some time.
Like the 21.9%?
Yes. Initially said 21.5, but
I said 0.9.
I had 5.
No, 9.
Okay. No, it's 0.9, but
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying is
0.9.
so I almost notified.
I said
anyway.
0.9.
Okay, no problem. So, yes, no more. Yeah. So that for me just goes to say that sometimes we shouldn't allow things to get
out of hand
into policy before we try to correct it. Like we should be interested in things when they are happening. Don't allow the things to happen and then come and complain and hope that you will change the system. No, because the system, it takes some time to be able to change things once they are etched in our constitution or our laws or whatsoever. So that's what I'm thinking. So at the time that these things were happening, where were we? Were we interested in any government or things being said or the powers that be making decisions? Were we ever interested? How come we allowed for this to take place before we are now complaining that it's not good? So my point here is, this goes to say that I'm happy that a lot more people within the creatives are interested in the political system, government and all of that, because this is how we will get wind of stuff and be able to preempt, be proactive about things that impact our communities, rather than waiting for it to happen and then we'll go like, oh yeah, but this is not right, this is yempe. No, yempe, if it's there, you can't change it.
Yeah.
Or even if you can change it, it's going to take some time. So we cannot just be interested in our space and think that I am an island. No, we have to understand that we are part of the entire system and take interest in it. So for me, it's a good step. Everybody who came was happy. We're just praying that at the end of the day, the things that were discussed are, executed so that, it can ease up the pressure in the space.
Yeah. And also the education to make sure that we incorporate even more creative enterprises who are not on the tax system.
Yes. So they mentioned they even had a target. They want to broaden the tax base so that they make it a bit fair, because we have few companies responsible for revenue generation for the entire country.
Yeah.
So if you can widen the base, then it means that everybody's contributing.
net.
Yes, everybody contributes to the revenue generation of the nation, so that the revenue is used for everybody. Because right now it feels like a few folks are paying, and it's being used for everybody. So again, it's not too fair in that particular angle. So we need to be able to broaden it. And they are willing to listen. And for me, that's one of the key things. The commissioner himself was there explaining things step by step, for us to be able to appreciate each space, and they had a good listening ear, so I'm happy about the session. All
right. Well,
this is Hitz.